Let's give it up to this phenomenal panel. This has been absolutely wonderful, enlightening, and empowering. And I want to say thank you also to our international director, Brother Gomez. Thank you so much for your leadership as you connect with us. We appreciate you and your great work. I give you two anecdotes, and then we'll give it back to this phenomenal panel. And of course, our amazing MC who has been handling this and providing with dignity and insight. The first anecdote, my very first trip to the continent was in 1991 with Reverend Jackson under the leadership of the late, great Leon Howard Sullivan. Dr. Sullivan formed what became the first African-American Leadership Summit. It was held in the Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, my very first trip there. And his vision was to bring leadership from the continent into conversation with leadership of African Americans from, of course, the United States. And it was enlightening, it was moving. My only regret is that it did not continue on a regular basis, where the conversation continued, because white supremacy's greatest fear is that we come together, that we connect. The last thing white supremacy wants is for a connection to take place between African Americans and the diaspora and our beloved brothers and sisters on the continent. And so I am committed to that reconnection. And we will do all we can in Rainbow Push to ensure that it continues, it is strengthened, and our ties are deepened. One of my beloved brothers sent me a text during this conversation. I won't even call his name unless he wants me to. And he said, we need a Rainbow Push headquarters on the continent. And so we are going to look at that. So thank you so much for this reconnect possibility that we have. I got to say this because a question was asked about democracies that are overtaken by dictators. One of the things that we often forget is that a lot of these democracies are in the infant and child and teenage stage, and they're going through growing pains. Look at this country we in and its history. There was no smooth, perfect road to a democracy we have yet to experience. This country has not experienced democracy yet. This country still is fighting so some of us don't have the right to vote. And don't forget, 46 minus 1 almost overthrew and overturned an election. And this democracy is 200 and almost, 50 years old? 47 years old. And so it's real hypocritical to judge the continent when this country has yet to perfect democracy. And so it's very important that we get it ourselves so we don't go around bad-mouthing countries on the continent. And this country has oftentimes been a partner in destabilizing countries on the continent. It's almost hypocritical. And we cannot fall for the okie-doke and talk about countries on the continent not having their act together, and we put in positions persons that we want to get money from the continent so we can exploit the continent for its rich mineral resources. I'm just telling the truth. Mama said that's what God loves. So I'm gonna quit now before I get a little hype. But I close with this, because this partnership is so vital. I felt so helpless. 2019, I was in South Africa. for a conference. And when the flight landed, that's when we learned that 46 minus 1, the twice impeached, with 91 charges against him, while he was president of the United States of America. This man issued sanctions on South Africa while my flight was landing. And here's what broke my heart. Where is the lobby in this country advocating on behalf of countries on the continent? I bet it wouldn't have happened to Israel. That Israeli lobby would have eaten them alive. When are we going to advocate for our sisters and brothers on the African continent? Now I see y'all looking at me strange, and I see you scared. Don't start. That's the one thing white supremacy does not want. It's for us to connect. And I'm committed to the connection.